friends, and welcome back to Beloved Reviews. If you're new here on this channel, I share with you delightful, family-friendly, and faith-based movies and television shows. Happy Saturday, y'all. Okay, y'all, go ahead, get somewhere cozy, take off the shoes, prop your feet up, get in your favorite spot, even better in your secret place, okay? Y'all, we are back with relationship status. I know I had to think for a minute because it was something else that I was supposed to be talking about again. Y'all know I be all over the place sometimes, but yeah, we are back here with Matthew and Melanie. This is season 1, episode 4. So yeah, y'all remember how it left off, right? With both of them talking to their homeboys, their homegirl, and not really knowing where they stand with one another. And many of you probably have been there at some point in your life, you know, when things are just getting started, not necessarily knowing where it's gonna go, but automatically, I guess subconsciously already thinking that you feeling this person and y'all cool and everything is everything. But if somebody sat down and talked to you and asked you, okay, so where are y'all, like what's really the deal, and you don't really have an answer for it. And so that's where Melanie and Matthew was leaving off on episode 3. So here we are at episode 4, where they are establishing their status, taking that step. And I have to give it to Matthew, okay? Y'all know I always been the girl's girl. I was already for Melanie for the longest, but in this episode, I have to give it to Matthew. And I'm more on his side because he stepped up to the plate and he was very honest. And it takes a very humble person to be like, okay, to be the one. I mean, who really wants to put themselves out there and necessarily ask the obvious question? It's like we should already know where we stand at. I mean, we don't spend all this time together, laughing, having a good time, dancing on the porch and all these different things, you know, reading the Bible together. You would think, like, should we even have to state the obvious? But I guess in the times that we're living in now, it's probably best that you state the obvious, okay? Because you probably may find out that person may not be as serious as you are. They weren't thinking like that, even though all the signs are pointing to that direction. I mean, ooh, it's crazy. It's crazy what I'm hearing out there in these dating streets. So I have to give it to Matthew in this episode, who does bring up the subject. They are sitting out on the porch, him and Melanie. You can tell it's like real calm and quiet, you know, breezy and stuff out there. And you're just in a good place. The atmosphere is popping. Everything is just wonderful. Like you right in the palm of God's hands, nature here. And so you would think you would think that it's nothing but all we should be doing right now is joking, having a good time, you know, teasing one another, everything like that. But Matthew has this look on his face, y'all. This look seems like something is wrong, or something is definitely bothering him. Melanie does picks it up. She notices that, and he's giving off that vibe like, okay, something is going on. So we might as well just, you know, address the elephant in the room. And so she pretty much asked him like what's going on, like what it is, and he opens up, and you know, he takes a little minute to get his words together, like how I'm kind of doing right now. That's what he's doing. Like he has this serious look on his face that you know whatever's coming is going to be serious, and it's very important obviously to him because it's affecting his mood and his expressions and everything. And so he's like, okay, like he's pretty much ready to establish what they are. He's ready for a real relationship. He's ready to make her the one, at least try to see where this is going at this point. But he feels kind of stuck because Melanie is the one that's holding them back. She has already stated, I guess, put it out there to him earlier, that she's not necessarily ready for like a relationship, I'm assuming. And he's like, okay, it's been a while now. You know, his heart is out there. He's ready to take the next step as far as making her the one, the girlfriend, the one. And he's like, he's been waiting patiently, doing his best. So what's it's gonna be? And Melanie opens up at this point. I feel like you should have seen this coming, girl. And it made me feel some kind of way after seeing this episode. Okay, y'all gotta Okay, bear with me. I'm kind of popping in and out from a standpoint of being engrossed in the episode and understanding each character's perspective, but also coming at it from being on the outside. And I'm like, okay, just being a woman and understanding how would I feel in real life if I am with a guy like Matthew, and knowing that he wants something serious, he's ready to take that next step. I don't have an issue with that. I'm like, let's go. Yes, let's establish that we are is just gonna be us two. Yes, I want a relationship. I have no problem with that. That's what I'm thinking. Just coming at it from just reality. I mean, what girl wouldn't? Especially the kind of guy Matthew is. Patient, wonderful, funny. Love the funny part, I have to say. And he just, to me, he just has it all. Not that he's perfect, because we do see, I mean, we have talked about this from some previous episodes, you know, what he could improve on. But for the most part, he is a wonderful guy. He is the kind of guy that you would want to take the chance on. But let's see where this is gonna go. And you telling me all this time, Melanie, all right, all this time that you were the one holding y'all up. You were the one holding everything back like that. And so I feel some kind of way, because I'm like, and I'm not to say that it's not realistic. It is, I guess, realistic. We don't too much hear about it. We so much on the ends of it's usually the woman who's ready for the real relationship, ready for all of that, you know, to be exclusive and everything. Is usually always the girl. We're used to that. In reality, it's very rare that is the guy and it's the girl that's holding you back. And so so like I said, I feel some kind of way, Melanie. I'm like, what are you doing? Okay, you don't put us through all of this. You had me go off on Matthew in previous episodes and get on his case about different things, you know, that he had no business thinking about, and we already know what that is, but we have to get all into that because I gotta give him his props in this episode. So I ain't gonna hold him to certain things in the past. I ain't finna do that to him. He don't prove himself, okay? So I'm Team Matthew in this episode. And so that's why I feel some kind of way, Melanie. You had me fighting for you and everything, standing up for you and like all these different things, putting Matthew in his place, only to come to this point, it was you the whole time. You want to give him this mumbo jumbo. That's how I'm taking it. And I feel like that's how he was taking it, because it was just the look on his face. Like, okay, I gave you the time. How much time do you want to decide if you want to be exclusive? That's all he's asking. He is not asking for anything else but just for you to be the one and only. So what is the deal? And I feel like he approached this with such maturity after seeing this episode, because I really can't, it's hard to imagine in real life a guy taking this approach, to have such emotional intelligence in this moment. But he does, and I just love that. It just made me like swoon and like, okay, I love him, everything. But anyways, I know, Melanie, he for you and everything. At least he trying to be, girl. So, and then as I'm waiting to hear what you gotta say, because I'm looking like he looking, like, okay, how much time do you need? And she's still talking about she needs some time, y'all. You telling me y'all done got this far? It's been 3 months. You still not ready to be exclusive? What you want him to be doing? Out here still dating and still kind of hanging out with you? Is that what we want? Is this how we doing, Melanie? Come on now, girl. How long do you expect the guy to? Otherwise, I feel like he's gonna feel like, okay, you don't want to be exclusive. So maybe I should just move on to someone who probably will be. Oh, I don't know. That's probably what he may say, girl. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there now, okay? But anyway, so Melanie do open up, and I have to give it to her, because I know I said all of this stuff that I said now, but I do understand kind of where she's coming from, because a lot of girls, we have done this or heard of somebody doing this, that a lot of times when you do become exclusive with someone, you lose yourself in that relationship. And I feel like, and she even said this in this episode, that's what she was afraid of, losing herself in this, like her voice becoming quiet. And that's how I feel. She didn't say it in these words of losing herself, but I'm just putting it on terms for us so we can understand here, because she was talking about her voice becoming quiet, like almost silent. That's what I feel like, that's what it is. Because you go into a relationship with your hopes high, dreams and all kind of stuff, and you are who you are. And then it's like, depending on that person, hopefully you with a decent person. But if you're not with a decent person, which Melanie is used to that, ended up with people who are just not good guys, you find yourself, when you're not dealing with a good guy, your voice being silent, and you compromising to the point where you losing who you are, you're losing your standards, and even more so, you losing that part of you that God made you and created you, going there with such morals, such high standards, knowing what you want, knowing you want the things that God wants for you. But if you with the wrong guy, he is constantly working against what God wants for you. So he's constantly like trying to influence you to do the things that God would not be proud of. And then you find yourself compromising because you're telling yourself that this person could one day change, this person could have potential, and yeah, you just gotta hang in there, and this person is gonna change. He's gonna be that one for you, not realizing that the person never has any intentions of changing. They just throw that story out to you just to get you to compromise a little bit more, to lose a little bit more of yourself, so you find that you're no longer who you are, and you don't even know who you are anymore. It just happens like that subtly. I ain't gonna say that quickly, but it's such a subtle change that you don't even pick up on it, how much you done lost yourself in this individual who had no intentions of changing, of being anything better or good for you. They go into that knowing who they are, knowing what they want, their intentions and motives, and it's gonna stay that way. You are not going to change that person. And Melanie is used to that. She done had those kind of experiences that she doesn't want to take that chance here again with Matthew. Not that she's thinking of, not realizing that Matthew is not those guys that you dated in the past. He is totally different. Like he already told you in previous episodes, like don't hold him to them same standards. Don't make him pay for another guy's mistake. It's already starting off totally different, but because you've been so wounded and so jaded in a sense from your past relationships that you didn't necessarily heal from, that's what's constantly like ringing in your mind. It's like a ringing thing in your mind, and that's what Melanie is thinking about. That's what is holding her back, making her so afraid to take this next step with Matthew. And I felt her, because it took me a minute, y'all. It really did, because I was feeling some kind of way. I'm like, girl, will you stop it? Cut it out. Cut it out. All right. This is a good guy. Like, stop the madness. Stop the foolishness. Okay. That's how I was coming at her. But then when I listened to her and really heard what she was saying and putting myself in that situation of if you had no experience but with the wrong kind of guys, but with ungodly men, and how does that always end up? It usually all end up the same way. It's never nothing different. It ends up in disaster. It ends up with you like so wounded, and you need to like take time to heal from knowing that every person isn't like this. That was just that experience, right? And so hearing her and just hearing about when she mentioned about losing her voice, I was like, oh wow. I'm like, yes, that is so real. Like you can totally lose yourself and lose like everything, who you are, if it's the wrong person. So I understood her. But what I felt like, I was like, girl, now I get all of that, right? But let me just say this, Melanie, okay? Just you saying, agreeing to be exclusive is not gonna all of a sudden change everything. But then again, I really can't say that, because she feels this way because it had to happen in her past when she actually made that decision to be exclusive. Then it seemed like everything just changed. And you have heard people say them kind of stories before. I know I have. Like it do be working like that too. Now like all of a sudden it seems like, and it's not that they change, it was that they was always that way. You don't all of a sudden just change like that. You've been that way. And so I do get it, but I love that Melanie did open up and did express that to Matthew here in this episode, because usually a lot of times what we do is break down, we hold it inside of us, like we don't want to open up that part of ourselves, afraid that someone would take advantage of it, try to use it against us. And so I love that showed that, okay, she is healing. because she did step out instead of playing these games with Matthew. Actually was being honest and open about where she was and what was holding her back, instead of just giving him this, you know, little mumbo jumbo. I love that she was totally, completely honest with him. And the same thing, and because it was the same way with Matthew. He was totally and completely honest with her, opening himself up, making himself feel almost like, I know in a sense, like weak in a sense, like this person have this much of a hold on you. But I love that he didn't give into that. He was just like, you know, he's waited quite a while because she felt like she needed this time. So how much more time do you need for us to be exclusive? Because I am ready. I care about you. I feel like this is something special we have, that it can go really, really far. So I'm just ready to take the plunge. And I'm just like, oh, wow. Can we get more guys like this? Can we get more guys like this? But yeah, so Melanie did open up and let him know what was holding her back. And then they finally, because they was able to work through that, because both people were honest, Melanie did decide to go ahead and like be exclusive. And she was like, so don't you got something to ask me? And I was like, ah! I love that. And of course he did ask, will you be my girl? I was like, that was so sweet. It was just the most adorable, most wholesome, most pure thing. I just thought it was I thought it was beautiful, y'all. I really did. Okay, you can see my face. I feel like it was me right there. Oh goodness, child. I know. And so then we move on from that scene. So now that we are like officially like together, right? So we are sitting down, like they playing chess, I believe, and over some bowls of ice cream. I'm like, okay, now this is my type of thing. Y'all got the board game out and we talking, and he like, I believe it's your move now. I was like, ah, my move. Okay, let's go. Cause you know who gonna win this. You know who gonna win this. I'm gonna win this. Okay. You afraid to take that loss, Matthew? You afraid to take that loss? Because I'm gonna win. Nah. I'm competitive like that when these come to these games. Now I'm just saying, okay. But I just love this. And so then we move on to like some serious conversation here when we're talking about family, because now that we're exclusive, we're not just a package up by ourselves. Like we all have like family. So it's like, okay, that's probably gonna be that next step. And Melanie is ready for that, because he does bring up that his mom's birthday is coming up, and he's like asking her advice, what she think that he should get his mom. And she, you know, puts out there something about a small package. He was like, okay, cool. He was thankful for the input, which rings a bell in Melanie's mind. She was like, okay, like since we on the subject of mama, let me go ahead and ease this on in here. So when I'm gonna beat my big mama here, when we gonna do that now? When we gonna do that? And he seems to be giving excuses, I have to say, in this moment. Like he almost like holding back, and Melanie is picking up on that. She mentioned about her parents don't stay in the state, so that's one thing. Like she don't have no issue with him meeting her family. But it seems like Matthew has an issue with her meeting his mom, almost like he's not ready for that. And I'm like, okay, now Matthew, let's hold up now. I fought for you when you was ready to be exclusive, and you was all ready for this. If you really ready for this now, what is the deal? Why it seems like you trying to hold back when it comes to her meeting your mama? So that's where my mind at. I feel like you just giving us some excuses, and you was like basically saying, don't worry, it's gonna happen. It's basically gonna happen in the perfect timing. But right now, especially when it comes to his mom's birthday, she's so used to them celebrating basically together and all of that. So he's not really ready for this particular moment, but he's saying that, don't worry, Melanie, the moment's gonna happen. And I was cool with that, but at the same time, I did feel some kind of way. I was still feeling like it's something more there that you ain't telling us, Matthew. And if I find out there's something right now, me and you gonna have a discussion. We're gonna have a conversation now, because I fought for you. Would you want to be exclusive for everything? I was team Matthew, and don't tell me we leave it off on this episode and you got a issue that something is going on with your mama. Why we can't meet your mama now, Matthew? Don't play with me now. Don't play with me like that, okay? Well, pretty much it does end off like that. Yeah, I love the intimate moments that they had playing chess and eating ice cream. I think it was ice cream, whatever. Well, what flavor you like, Matthew? Okay, because mine is vanilla. I'm just saying. Vanilla is so good. Just give me a simple bowl of vanilla. I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. That's what y'all was having? I don't know. You can let me know, okay? You can let me know later. You and Melanie, all right? And so it does end off with him, like, jogging with his homeboy. And the homeboy basically bringing up the whole mama thing and saying that he know his mom as well as he know him. And basically, like, don't try to put it off on your mama. The only thing holding this thing back is you. So what is the issue basically that you have with Melanie meeting your mom? Because it's not nothing to do with your mama. It's more on you. And I'm wondering, okay, I was already thinking that too. Now, Matthew, you need to let us know what's going on. Let us know what's up. Okay, I'm just saying now, all right? But that's how that ended off. Once again, this is season 1 of Relationship Status, episode 4. Y'all can let me know in the comment section below. Have you watched all of these episodes, or where you are, or you're watching them through my eyes? How you liking it so far, as far as the lessons that is leaving us, especially for people who are navigating these dating streets right now and doing it God's way, or wanting and having a desire to do it God's way? What does that look like? How are y'all feeling about this couple? Do you want to see them like actually make it, or do you feel like this is like too much of a rocky road? Maybe they're not the one for each other. All of that, let me know in the comment section below, okay? We're gonna go ahead and get into our scripture before I leave y'all for this evening. And we're coming out of, let's see, Proverbs 22, verse 17 through 18. And it reads, "Incline your ear and hear the words of the wise, and apply your heart to my knowledge. For it is a pleasant thing if you keep them within you. Let them all be fixed upon your lips." So that's all I have for y'all for this video. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. Y'all know I love y'all. If you have any recommendations, suggestions of what you would like me to dive into and talk about or whatever, as long as it's faith-based, family-friendly, inspirational stories, or just heartwarming stories, all of that, I'm always open to it, because I just love talking with y'all, having these amazing conversations, and getting into these characters' business is like my favorite thing to do. So until next time, may the Lord bless and keep you both now and forevermore.